Now let's continue and add image upload for our blog post. Have the placeholder in here, so let's delete it and start coding. We're gonna need an input with the type file. Let's give it a name, also file, so we can target the label and also the ID. File. This is basically the same as we did for the user avatar. But this time we're gonna display the image preview while the user is finishing up the post. We're also gonna add a progress bar. But let's only show it if there is an upload going on. We're going to use the hidden directive from Angular, and we're gonna check if there is an upload happening. This upload percent, we're going to get it from the upload task. Now let's check in the Material Angular website. Here in components, we scroll down, there's a progress bar here. We just copy the API import, and back in our app, let's add it to the material. Okay, now we can use it. Mat progress bar. Let's check the API for this progress bar. In the overview, you have an indeterminate that is gonna keep loading a determinate progress bar, which is the one that we're looking for. We're gonna add the numbers that it's gonna slowly increase it to the end. Let's check the code for this one. It takes a mode and a value. So let's just copy this and we can add to our component. Here, I'm just going to paste that. This I will keep the same because that's the style of the progress bar. Here we're going to add the upload percent. I'm gonna add async to it. This we're going to still create, and this will come from the upload task. Now let's show the image. If you like, you can show a href with the link. I find it to be ugly, so I'm not gonna do it, but I'll show you. If you do a href in here, we're gonna use the download URL that we're going to create and pass also the async. So now we're gonna display the link. You can write something here if you want. I click this link. There's a typo in there. This also will come from the uploader task. So now let's add the image. The image tag inside, and in the source, we need the out in there for now. Let's add the source. It's going to be an image URL. And here on the div, let's add a class so you can give some style. Image preview. And we're also gonna hide it if there is no image. Hidden. Okay, looks like you are set. We have our input URL that's gonna be shown to the users, and also the image preview. So let's save it. We're gonna probably get an error now. No, we don't. We have the file, and I click this link. We can also add the same over there, but I won't be using that thing, so it disappears because we don't have it. If you see this 404 error, that is the image again. On the users we did the same, and to fix that we need to add this little trick. Either show the URL or show this, and what this does is gonna trick Angular to think that there is an image. This will fake an file system address, which will display an empty image until we receive the proper image. So if you save, the error is gone. Now let's go get this information and create our upload post image. Like in our post dashboard, we have our save post. Now let's create a upload post image. Let's create our upload post image. To take the event. Now the same, we need to create a file and a path variable. We take the first file that appears in the array. Now we're going to check if what's being uploaded is an actual image. Let's return alert. So, and if the user adds an image, let's get task. I'm gonna use the storage. I'm gonna pass the path and the file. So let's get the storage in our constructor. This is Angular file storage. Okay, just move it up. Need a comma in here. Now, if you remember, we need to download the URL and upload %. So let's create it now. Need to add the variables in here. That is upload %. And it will be an observable number. This will be observed of type string, and let's just move this image URL down here, keep it together. Now this .download URL will be equal to the task download URL. Same for the upload. Percentage changes. Now let's console log some results so we can get some feedback. Now let's get the download URL and subscribe to it. Like this, we can get the URL only and save it to the image. The reason we're doing this is because this is observable as we created on the top, But to save it in our database, we need an actual string. So we're gonna subscribe to it, retrieve the URL, and save it to the image in here. Now, by saving this URL string to the image, we can use in here in our save post form and target the image will be equal to this URL that we're retrieving here. So let's go ahead and test it. Now you see the click appears before, but it's because we have the observable, we don't have the result yet. Let's create some test post in here. Some modern ipsum. Let's save it. Now in the Firebase console, if we go to the database, we have in here the post and the image in here. You can copy it and test it in the browser, and you have the image in there. If you go to our storage in here, we have our post, which we gave the address in here where to put, and that's our image. Let's add some CSS so the image won't be looking so massive like this. I'm just gonna paste in here for sake of time. We had that one before, but now we're gonna slightly change it. This. So now we have an image preview. Now let's test it again. Now it's displaying nicely with a little shading here until the image loads. Let's add some more stuff. Saved. Back in our Firebase, if you reload in here, should have another image. There, the database. There we have two now. Now we save it, but it's still displaying the whole data in here. We have the reset, and let's remove the image. It was an empty string. Next time we upload something, it will reset the post and reset the image. Now let's display the data we created. In our post list, we are going to import observable. We're also going to need to import our post model and our post service. And from the post service, we're going to create a function called getPost. Let's just add it here to the nginit. This post is going to be equal to this getPost. And we're also going to add the post service to our constructor, the post service to our constructor. Now let's go ahead and create this getPost. In our post service, here at the moment we only have the create. So now let's add this getPost. Back in our users list, we had the same, we get users, and in our service we had the get user. Here we use the user collection, Firebase collection, and we link it to an address in our database, and then we call it value change on it. But this time we are building a CRUD, so you're gonna need to delete, you're gonna need to update. If you only need to show data, you can use the value change. It will return the data, but you won't return an ID which you're gonna use to target the document. We're gonna need a different way to get our post, so we can get that ID. Here in the Angular Fire GitHub page, if you go to Firestore and collections, here it has some explanation of what I just said. You can stream a collection with the value change. they also have a snapshot change, and that's what we need to get. This will return both the ID and the data. So let's just copy this block in here, and that's all we need instead of the value change from before. Let's go to our post service and start to build that get posts. You need to be observable of a post array. Let's just paste that block of code from Angular Fire 2, and let's change this one. Here we're not gonna do this, we're just gonna return it. And here is post. If we go back to our list components, everything seems okay. And go to our blog. Post list works. Now let's just create our HTML. I'm gonna add a main, which will then loop through the posts in G4. Yeah. Let post of posts. Let's add the async pipe. Remember, the async pipe will auto unsubscribe from our observers. Use a mat card. Now let's add our image. Here's gonna be post image. The out will be the, let's put the post title. Let's add a fallback in case we don't have any image to display. The post image equals no. Okay, let's add the mat content. So let's add our content in here. Have a title posted by the author. An ID for debugging purpose. The image is like super big. So let's go and add some CSS. Now our blog starts to look nice. Next, we're gonna add the delete, update, and the collapse function in here.